Fahlung Lookbarnsud. 19 years of age, started fighting when he was 12. He's 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighs 116 pounds, has had 29 fights for 10 losses and 9 draws. And in the blue corner, Koewsod, Sakcharoenchai. 18 years of age, started fighting when he was 12. He's 5 feet 2 inches tall, weighs in 116 pounds, has had 25 fights for 5 losses and 8 draws. On his knees there, going through the Wa crew, Ramue. In the red is Fahlung. And then in the background there, coming in, doing his pacing into the Ramue. In the blue is Koewsod. There's Koewsod there, just showing his form and the Ramue pre-fight ritual of Muay Thai. This is a time of deep concentration for both fighters. They centre their mind for the battle ahead. It's the soft form that balances the hard style and of 5 rounds of Muay Thai. And there's finishing off his Ramue in the blue is Koewsod. Koewsod's finishing a lot earlier than Fahlung. Fahlung taking his time more. Well, it's two ringside observers have two versions about when a fighter finishes early. Some say that he is totally centred. There's no need for him to go any further. He doesn't want to overdo the concentration and he's finishing off. Or others say that the long Ramue is an indication that the fighter is centering himself more, concentration. And looking at those two fighters, I did notice that the Fahlung, when he did his Ramue, seemed very centred, and his style was very concentrated. So I wouldn't give too much credulence to the rather long Ramue that's taking place out here by Fahlung, who's just finished. Fahlung, nevertheless, did look very accomplished and very calm before the fight does take place, and referee giving his final instructions as Fahlung goes back to his corner. And Koewsod in the blue, well, he's over there. He's not on the picture, but he's looking very, very concentrated. There he is, receiving his final instructions, and there's Fahlung. So the preliminaries dispensed with. 5 rounds of Muay Thai will begin. Muay Thai, of course, the weapons of the feet in the Thai kicks, often that long pendulum roundhouse, as you saw then thrown by Koewsod in the blue. That's typical of Muay Thai. It's the long-range weapon that goes crashing through the defence. You'll see the way the Thai fighters lift up their shin. They do this to create a protective shield, so the hardest bone of the body becomes the protective shield. And a good punch there by Koewsod as he moves into Fahlung. And in the close range, you'll find the knees being used. The knees are very much the short range weapon of the Thai fighter, and that is often accompanied by grappling, where they grapple onto each other and the knees are used as the main weapon. There's a roundhouse punch combination by Fahlung. Didn't really have the power to penetrate through the defence, but the idea was right. And Koewsod there, well, it wasn't so much the blow of Fahlung, it was more the fact that he did lose his step then and went down. Even first round. Fahlung coming now in with punches and then showing a bit of combination there as he goes from kicks to punch, and there's the roundhouse kick by Koewsod. This first round of Muay Thai is often used as the probing, testing period of the fight. The strength and the attacks are often used later on. But right now the fighters are more or less checking out the opponent's weaknesses and strengths. Nearing the end of round 1. The probing round is almost complete. Good punch there by Koewsod. Brought a response immediately from Fahlung, and that's what the referees like to see, an immediate response. In Thailand, the art of Muay Thai, it's how an opponent handles the attack. If he stands there, or does he respond? And normally in Muay Thai, you'll see immediate response, as you saw there by Koewsod in the blue, responding quickly to the attacking moves of Fahlung. Fahlung stands back and lets that pendulum, beautiful roundhouse come through there. Nice form he showed was Fahlung's roundhouse kicking. Now Koewsod's backing Fahlung back, but Fahlung slips in the punch there. Straight, hard right that forced Koewsod back. Now Koewsod's coming in. A bit more wary now, those punches of Fahlung in the red. Punch kicks there by Koewsod. Now Koewsod's moving in on the Fahlung. Hasn't been able to connect very strongly. Fahlung's been quite good in his defence, holding back Koewsod, who every time he launched his attack, it was Fahlung with the answer. There's a good example of the roundhouse kick by Fahlung and forcing Koewsod right back. Round 2 scheduled for 5. Very little separating the two fighters in the first round. If anything, I would have probably given a little bit more to Koewsod in the blue, mainly because he's attacking more, but really I would say the judges would have put down 5-5 or 10-10 as they're scoring it now. 10-point round, so I'd get out as 10-10, I'd have it. I wouldn't want to give it to either of those fighters with any difference there. But if I was looking at it in terms of the way in which this fight will progress, Koewsod to me looks a little bit more determined, always walking up. And he's got a repertoire there. He's able to mix it around with punches and kicks as he moves now into Fahlung. Fahlung standing back, and a good roundhouse there by Koewsod. That one came crunching straight through the defence and landed on the side of the head. There he goes with a second one, a double banger by Koewsod, and then Fahlung comes back at him. Well, that was classic roundhouse kicking there by Koewsod in the blue. 2 roundhouse, aimed head high, got through the defence, and they would have scored very, very well. Well, I hope we have that on the replay at the end of this round, because that was classic. Superb form there by Koewsod. So let's see what Koewsod can do now. Comes in riding onto Fahlung, looking quite confident. Another head-high kick. Strong attacking kicking here by Koewsod in the blue, forcing Fahlung back. Been a very good round for Koewsod. He's really looking strong now. He comes in hard onto Fahlung. Fahlung coming back now with punches himself, forcing Koewsod back. Well, watch the danger here of Koewsod. He'll come on the attack again. And he comes hard. He's setting up the elbow blow if he gets it. Bell sounds. No, it's still going. Koewsod looking very dangerous now with those roundhouse head-high kicks. And when he gets in close, well, he's got that weapon of the elbow to use when it is opportunity. Another good roundhouse there by Koewsod. That's the 3rd hard roundhouse he's landed on Fahlung. To Fahlung's credit, he stood there and took it, but really it's been Koewsod's round. Koewsod in the blue, stalking now in onto Fahlung. Been a good round for Koewsod. Koewsod setting his mark now. Fahlung standing back. Wary now as the deep push kick there by Koewsod, forcing him back into the corner. You get the impression that Koewsod's about to set him up with some big one. Comes in hard now. Good hard kick then to the legs. Good leg kick by Koewsod, following up his head-high kicking. When he lets loose, he really flies. There goes another head-high kick by Koewsod, forcing Fahlung right back now. Koewsod moving in on the Fahlung. Koewsod's been an extremely good round for him. He's really got a 1-point advantage in my books. End of round, and a great round there for Koewsod after a very even first round. Now watch this roundhouse kick. It will come from nowhere. It goes. There it goes. Head high. And you can see the sweat pouring off the side of the face of Fahlung as that kick came crunching through. Here he goes again with the head-high roundhouse kick, and bang! Perfect timing. And you must give Fahlung credit for taking that sort of a heavy blow there to the head, which wasn't just the foot, if you may have noticed. It was actually the shin bone that, like a baseball bat, just crunched through the defence and scored a high-scoring point for Koewsod. Koewsod will no doubt in round 3 we're into full of confidence after that second round. Coming now into Fahlung. Fahlung understandably been more defensive now. He wants a bit of time to sort out his game plan. So far, Koewsod's certainly got the upper hand and the upper kick, should I say. And he's now moving in on to Fahlung with those deep push kicks. Really being precise with what he's doing right now is Koewsod. Full of confidence. And he's moving right in, and there's Fahlung now trying to sort himself out. Sitting down now is Fahlung. Gets into grappling. We'll see what happens now in the grappling quarters. Haven't seen much of it so far. Elbow thrown there by Koewsod to break the grapple. Fahlung took up the initiative there. He wanted to get the grappling quarters. Got his knees working, but only to find that he was forced to break with that elbow by Koewsod. Koewsod stalking now in onto Fahlung. Fahlung moves back. Koewsod on the attack. Punches. Now the grapple's on. Hard roundhouse again. Well, Koewsod is quite prepared to grapple if he gets the chance, but he's always trying to also use that break if he can, trying to land the elbow if he gets the opportunity. Now the knees are being worked effectively by Fahlung. And Koewsod goes on the attack once again. Koewsod moving in on the Fahlung. Fahlung being backed into the ropes. Hard roundhouse to the head again by Koewsod. Good scoring points that way. The head-high kick always scores well in Muay Thai. And Koewsod's done it not on once, but I'd say on a half a dozen occasions in this fight. 4 times in the last round, a couple this time, so he's really doing well as Koewsod. Koewsod using that deep push kick now, forcing Fahlung back. Fahlung's in a lot of trouble now. He's not scoring points. He's totally defensive. He had a bad second round, and now you've got Koewsod full of confidence, stalking in and scoring points at random against Fahlung, who's in all sorts of problems. He doesn't seem to have any answer at all to this raw aggression of Koewsod. Koewsod, hard kick, then a body ram, then attempt by Fahlung as the referee breaks. Not allowed to use that ploughing technique. It's been outlawed for a year now, apart from taking 2 or 3 steps, and then the referees will come very quickly in to break that body charging ploughing, as it's known in Muay Thai. So at the end of the 3rd round, Koewsod looking very comfortable there in the blue corner, and Fahlung's in a fair amount of strife. There's a slow motion. There's a head high kick again by Koewsod. Lands it beautifully right onto the lower neck region, and you're watching Muay Thai. We're all set now for round 4. Can Fahlung come back? Koewsod's dominated from the first round. After round 1, it was fairly even. 2 and 3 certainly had gone the way of Koewsod, mainly because of those head-high kicks, but also he's been a lot more aggressive. So let's see what Fahlung can do. He needs to come in strong now. He's trailing on points. What he really needs is a strong round and maybe a knockdown to try to bridge that gap, because right now he's trailing a fair distance away from Koewsod. Koewsod, of course, can go a bit more defensive now if he wants to, but that's not his style. I think you'll see him keep on attacking, but it's up to Fahlung now to take the fight up, because he is trailing a long way behind on points. Now Fahlung comes back with roundhouse kicks, but tentatively so. He always stands back. He doesn't want to stay in there too long. Deep push kick there by Koewsod. Now Fahlung. Fahlung's duty is to come in. Is he good enough? That's the question being asked. Now Fahlung gets into the grappling situation, and you see there that Koewsod's quite easy to break the grapple. He's always got his knee out there as well. So Koewsod not really under any pressure from this attack by Fahlung. Fahlung gets into the grapple and fires in the knee, then stands back again. He needs to stay in there longer. Now he tries it again, but this time he takes a hard knee. You see Koewsod had his knee ready for him on that occasion. Then comes back at him hard with the roundhouse kicks, deep push kicks. Fahlung comes in, lets fly with a roundhouse that was off target. And again, it's Koewsod who's starting to be the ringmaster, settling down here and dictating this fight. Koewsod in the blue. Dominated round 2 and 3 and settling down now into round 4. Good roundhouse to the body by Koewsod. Deep push kick by Koewsod. Knee ram there by Fahlung, but doesn't stay in there long enough really to impress the judges. Now Koewsod in the centre of the ring, stalking now onto Fahlung. Let's fly with a hard knee that's got through the defence of Fahlung. Now Fahlung comes back with a knee attack himself, but again stands back when he needs to attack. Fahlung must move in, attack, and keep on attacking. He's going to wrest this fight away from Koewsod, who's got a comfortable points to his advantage, and victory will be assured unless Fahlung can do something about it. That was much better there by Fahlung. Good attacking move, leg grab, did the player right, 2 steps, got his knee in, and that was a fine bit of work by Fahlung. So maybe this fight isn't over yet. Fahlung in the centre of the ring now. That was a very, very good strike move by Fahlung. That really caught Koewsod by surprise. Now Koewsod has got his knees there in defence, waiting for Fahlung to come in. Now Fahlung grabs the leg, but he goes more than 2, and you can see the referee comes in immediately and stops him from attacking. You see the way the referee was quickly on the hand there to ensure that that plough technique only took 2 steps. There's the roundhouse to the head by Koewsod, and there's the response, a hard knee right into the midriff region by Fahlung. So Fahlung not taking those head-high kicks at all into submission, as you saw the way that he came back there with the knee, and the knee certainly does a lot of damage in Muay Thai. Well, now into the final round, round 5. Koewsod definitely in charge of this fight in the blue. Fahlung showed a little bit in that late round, in the last round, to show he could have something left in him, but really look at the way Koewsod's moving in with those hard teeth push kicks. And there's the roundhouse kick into the grapple. Knee attack by Koewsod. Oh, Koewsod's got him in trouble now as he lands in the knee, then throws him down onto the canvas. So that was showing, dominating his strength there was Koewsod in the blue. Koewsod now looking very, very confident, and you can see the expression on Fahlung as he takes another head-high kick to the head. He's in trouble. His energy's all but gone. I don't think that Koewsod needs to do much more to win this fight. He could probably cruise through and win it by points, unless he wants to finish it with a coup d'etat, with a look at Fahlung. He's gone. He's spent. One hard kick will finish this one off. Will the referee stop it? He's almost down. He's dazed. He's gone. There's Fahlung. He turns his head. He's finished. There's nothing left in Fahlung. He's at the mercy of Koewsod now, who comes in onto him. Koewsod, there he is, a low leg kick, and the referee going to give the full count. It's all over. Fahlung looked at gone. I know the referee's keeping it going. Well, how much more can Fahlung take? He's finished. There it is. It's all over. The referee wisely calling a halt to proceedings, because Koewsod really did have Fahlung at his mercy. A courageous performance by Fahlung. He lasted out for 4 rounds, but really this 5th round was just too much for him. There's the low leg kick, and down goes Fahlung. The referee does come in and gives him one more chance, gets him the count there of 4, sees him stand up, and then you watch this last roundhouse blow by Koewsod to finish off the fight. In he comes, lets loose, bang to the head, and immediately the referee, enough's enough, calling a halt to proceedings, and the winner is Koewsod on a TKO. There it is, the winner in the blue, Koewsod. He dominated the fight after the 1st round.